Have you ever been jolted awake in the middle of the night, rushing to the bathroom, wondering why this keeps happening? Maybe you have started to believe it is just a normal part of getting older. If that sounds like you are not alone. Nearly 80% of adults over the age of 60 experience nighttime awakenings to urinate. But what if this frustrating pattern is not something you have to accept? Today, you will discover 5 small yet powerful daily habits that may be silently sabotaging your sleep. These are the very behaviors that cause your bladder to wake you up. And the best part is they are simple to change. These strategies are grounded in science, easy to follow, and have helped thousands of older adults reclaim peaceful nights and more energized days. You may be wondering, can small habits really make that much of a difference? Yes, they can. And if you stay with me until the end, you will learn exactly how to apply them in a way that fits your life. Pre-frame the journey. Before we jump into the habits themselves, it is important to set the stage. If you are like most people, you might be feeling a little overwhelmed. Maybe you have tried cutting back on water, avoided caffeine, or even taken medication, and yet you still wake up in the middle of the night. That can feel discouraging, but here is something you need to know. The solution is not doing everything at once. The real power comes from choosing just one small change and sticking with it. When you give your body time to adjust, even a tiny shift can create a big result. So as you listen today, I invite you to pay attention to the one habit that feels most doable for you. Maybe it is something you never thought of before. Maybe it is something you have tried, but not in the way I will describe. Either way, choose one thing to begin with. You can always build from there. If it helps, you might want to keep a notepad or open your notes app to track which tips you try and how your sleep changes over the next week or two. You might be surprised by how quickly your nights begin to change. Are you ready to take the first small step? Let's move on to habit number 1. Habit 1. Liquid curfew. Let us begin with one of the most common yet misunderstood reasons for nighttime bathroom trips: drinking liquids too close to bedtime. Many people know they should not drink a large glass of water right before going to sleep. But what they often do not realize is that fluids are hidden in more than just your cup. Soups, juicy fruits like watermelon and oranges, herbal teas, evening coffee, even some medications. All of these add extra fluid for your kidneys to process while you are trying to rest. Here is what happens inside your body. At night, your brain signals your kidneys to slow down urine production using a hormone called vasopressin. This helps your bladder store more urine until morning. But if you consume liquids within the 3 hours before bedtime, your kidneys continue working and your bladder fills up faster than it should. That means more pressure, more urges, and more interruptions to your sleep. Let me give you a real example. Margaret, a 72-year-old grandmother from Arizona, used to wake up 4 or 5 times every night. She tried everything: less water, bathroom trips before bed, even considering surgery. But nothing worked until she learned that her cozy bedtime ritual, a cup of chamomile tea and a small bowl of vegetable soup, was flooding her system with fluids too late in the evening. Once Margaret stopped drinking anything after 6 o'clock in the evening, she saw a dramatic change. Within 2 weeks, she was waking up only once per night. After a month, sometimes not at all, she said, I feel like I sleep the way I did in my 50s. My energy is back and my mornings are joyful again. So how can you apply this? Start by setting a liquid curfew. Stop consuming any drinks or fluid-rich foods at least 3 hours before your usual bedtime. If you go to sleep at 9 o'clock, that means finishing all liquids by 6 o'clock in the evening. This includes water, tea, juice, soda, alcoholic drinks, soups, broths, and high-water fruits like melon or cucumber. If you need to take medication in the evening, use only a small sip of water. If you feel thirsty at night, try taking a few slow, deep breaths or rinsing your mouth instead of drinking. Over time, your body will adjust. You may find yourself falling into deeper sleep, waking up less, and feeling more refreshed in the morning. Habit 2. Meal timing and diuretic foods. Have you ever thought about how your dinner might be affecting your sleep? For many people, the timing and content of evening meals play a much bigger role in nighttime urination than they realize. It is not just about how much you eat, it is about what you eat and when you eat it. Here's what often happens. You finish dinner around 8 o'clock. Maybe it is something light like a salad or a small bowl of soup. Perhaps you sip a calming cup of green tea or nibble on a few squares of dark chocolate. You are trying to relax before bed, but these foods might be doing the opposite. Why? Because many common foods and drinks act as natural diuretics. That means they increase urine production. Tomatoes, cucumbers, celery, watermelon, chocolate, tea, coffee, and even alcohol all contain compounds that stimulate your kidneys. They signal your body to make more urine, something you definitely do not want at night. There is also the issue of timing. Digestion takes several hours. When you eat late, your body is still working to process food well into the night. This keeps your system active, your bladder filling, and your sleep interrupted. Let me tell you about Robert, a 68-year-old grandfather from Florida. He was struggling to sleep through the night, waking up 2 or 3 times to use the bathroom. At first, he blamed aging. Then he realized he was eating dinner at 8:30 and having tea and snacks as late as 9:30. Once Robert moved his dinner to 6 o'clock and stopped eating or drinking anything after that, especially avoiding tomatoes, cucumbers, and green tea, things began to change. Within a week, he was waking up just once a night. After 3 weeks, he had full nights of uninterrupted sleep. It was like a fog lifted, he told me. I had no idea food could have such an impact. So how can you take this habit and apply it to your life? First, try to eat dinner at least 3 to 4 hours before bedtime. If you sleep at 9, aim to finish eating by 5:30 or 6 o'clock. This gives your body time to digest before you lie down. Second, avoid diuretic foods in the afternoon and evening. Instead of salads with raw vegetables, try cooked meals with brown rice, sweet potatoes, steamed carrots, lean protein like chicken or fish, and a warm glass of water earlier in the day. Third, reduce your sodium intake. High salt foods like processed meats, canned soups, and restaurant meals can cause your body to retain water during the day, only to release it at night. These small changes in your dinner routine can make a powerful difference. When your bladder is calmer, your sleep is deeper, and when you wake up feeling rested, everything from your mood to your memory gets better. In the next habit, we will talk about something most people do without thinking, but it could be making your nighttime trips even worse. Let us keep going. Habit 3. Just in case urination. Have you ever gone to the bathroom right before bed? Not because you needed to, but just in case? It is something many people do without thinking. The idea is simple. Empty your bladder before you sleep so it will not wake you up later. But surprisingly, this habit can actually train your body to become more sensitive and more disruptive at night. Here is what is really happening. Your bladder is like a balloon. It stretches and fills throughout the day. When it reaches a certain point, it sends a signal to your brain that says, time to go. But if you regularly go to the bathroom before your bladder is full, you teach it to send that signal earlier and earlier. Over time, your bladder becomes trained to expect a bathroom trip when it is only partially full, maybe holding only 100 or 150 milliliters instead of the normal 300 to 500. This is what doctors call reduced bladder capacity. And at night, that means more urges, even when your bladder is not truly full. Let me tell you about Susan, a 65-year-old retired teacher from Chicago. Every night, she would go to the bathroom before bed, even if she did not really feel the need. She thought it was the smart thing to do. But still, she woke up 3 or 4 times during the night, frustrated and tired. After learning about bladder retraining from her doctor, Susan made one small change. She stopped going just in case. Instead, she only used the bathroom when she felt a clear and undeniable urge. At first, it was uncomfortable. She worried about accidents or feeling anxious in bed, but over time, her bladder adjusted. She began to sleep longer, waking only once and sometimes not at all. I didn't realize I had trained my body to interrupt my sleep, she said. Now I feel more in control. So how can you gently retrain your bladder? Start by making a simple rule. Only go to the bathroom at bedtime if you genuinely feel the need. Ask yourself, do I really need to go, or am I just worried I might? During the day, practice spacing out your bathroom trips. If you normally go every hour, try waiting 15 extra minutes. Over time, you can build up to longer stretches. This helps strengthen your bladder muscles and teaches your brain to recognize true signals, not just habits. You can also keep a bladder diary. Track when you go, how much you urinate, and what you ate or drank. This can help you notice patterns and see your progress. And if you ever feel unsure, talk to your doctor, especially if you have conditions like overactive bladder or take diuretics. Retraining your bladder does not happen overnight, but even small improvements can lead to deeper sleep and a better quality of life. As Susan discovered, breaking the just-in-case habit might be the key to sleeping peacefully again. Ready for the next surprising sleep disruptor? Let's move on. Habit 4. Sleep hygiene and stress. Even if you eat the right foods and avoid drinking late, your sleep can still be disrupted by something less obvious, your bedtime habits and your stress levels. These two factors often go hand in hand, and they play a powerful role in how your body handles nighttime urges. Let us begin with stress. When you are anxious or overwhelmed, your body goes into what is called the fight or flight response. This is a natural reaction meant to protect you in dangerous situations. But when your mind is racing before bed, worrying about the next day, replaying conversations, or simply feeling uneasy, your nervous system stays alert. This stress can make your bladder more sensitive, even if it is not full. You might feel like you need to go, simply because your brain is on high alert. Next, there is sleep hygiene. This refers to your routines and environment before sleep. Do you use your phone or watch television right before bed? Do you fall asleep at different times every night? Do you feel restless when you lie down? These habits can disrupt your natural sleep rhythm and prevent your body from entering deep, restful stages of sleep. That means even the smallest bladder signal can wake you up. James, a 70-year-old retired accountant from Seattle, faced this exact problem. He was going to bed around 11 o'clock, but he spent the last hour of his evening scrolling through his phone and watching the news. He often felt tense, worried, and on edge. As a result, he was waking up 3 or more times a night, convinced his bladder was the issue. But once James made a few key changes, things started to shift. He created a calming bedtime routine. An hour before sleep, he dimmed the lights, put away his phone, and sat quietly with a book or soft music. He practiced deep breathing and gentle stretching. Within 3 weeks, James was waking up only once per night, sometimes not at all. He felt calmer, more rested, and more in control. So how can you improve your own sleep hygiene and manage stress before bed? First, set a consistent sleep schedule. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends. This trains your internal clock and helps your body know when to wind down. Second, create a relaxing bedtime routine. About an hour before sleep, start dimming the lights. Turn off screens like phones, tablets, and televisions. Their blue light can suppress melatonin, a hormone that helps you fall asleep. Instead, read a gentle book, listen to soothing music, or do some light stretches. Third, try a simple stress-reducing practice. Deep breathing is one of the most powerful tools you can use. Inhale slowly through your nose, hold for a few seconds, then exhale gently through your mouth. Repeat this several times. You can also try progressive muscle relaxation or mindfulness meditation. Finally, make your bedroom a place of rest. Keep it quiet, cool, and free of clutter. The more peaceful your environment, the easier it is for your body to settle. Remember, your mind and body work together. A calm mind helps your bladder stay quiet, and a consistent bedtime routine supports deep, uninterrupted sleep. In the next habit, we will explore something many people overlook: how the way you sleep physically affects your bladder. Let's keep going. Habit 5. Sleep position and pillows. When it comes to sleep, most people focus on what they eat, drink, or do before bed. But many do not realize that the position in which you sleep and the pillows you use can quietly influence how often you wake up to urinate. Let us start with sleep position. If you are someone who sleeps on your stomach or curls tightly on your side, you may be placing pressure on your abdomen. This added pressure can push against your bladder, making it feel fuller than it really is. Even when your bladder is only partly filled, your brain might interpret the pressure as a signal to wake up and go. Now, consider your pillows. If your pillow is too high, too flat, or does not provide enough support, it can throw off the alignment of your neck and spine. Poor alignment can affect how your blood flows and how your nervous system responds to signals, including those from your bladder. There is also something else to consider. When you lie flat on your back, fluid that is collected in your legs during the day starts to shift back into your bloodstream. This fluid then passes through your kidneys and can increase urine production at night. That means more trips to the bathroom, especially during the early hours of sleep. Let me share the story of Frank, a 71-year-old veteran from Colorado. For decades, Frank had been a stomach sleeper. It felt comfortable and familiar, but he was waking up 3 or 4 times each night to use the bathroom. At first, he thought it was just a part of aging, but then he learned how his sleeping position might be contributing to his problem. Frank made a change. He began sleeping on his side, using a medium firm pillow between his knees to keep his spine aligned. He also adjusted his head pillow so his neck stayed straight and relaxed. The shift was not easy at first, but he stuck with it. After 2 weeks, Frank was waking up only once a night. After a month, he often slept all the way through. I never realized my posture could make that much difference, he said. Now I sleep deeper, and my mornings feel so much better. If you want to try this yourself, here are a few tips. First, aim to sleep on your side, preferably your left side. This position supports healthy blood flow and reduces pressure on your organs. Second, place a medium firm pillow between your knees. This helps keep your hips and spine in line, which can reduce tension and improve circulation. Third, use a pillow that supports your head and neck in a neutral position, not too high and not too low. If your chin tucks down or your neck bends up, it can affect both comfort and bladder signals. If you have trouble changing your sleep position, start slowly. Use extra pillows behind your back or in front of your body to help you stay in place. You can also try a body pillow for more support. And if you experience pain or mobility challenges, talk to your doctor or physical therapist about sleep aids or cushions that are right for you. The position you sleep in might seem like a small detail, but it can have a big impact on your bladder, your comfort, and your rest. Like Frank, you might discover that a few simple changes help you wake up fewer times and feel better every morning. Up next, we will explore one final habit that may surprise you. Let us continue. Habit 6. Room temperature and sleepwear. This next habit may surprise you. It has nothing to do with your bladder directly, but it has everything to do with how well your body regulates itself at night. The temperature of your bedroom and the clothes you wear to sleep can make a major difference in how often you wake up to use the bathroom. Let us talk about how your body works during sleep. At night, your core temperature naturally drops. This cooling helps signal your brain to release a hormone called vasopressin. Vasopressin tells your kidneys to slow down urine production so you can sleep longer without interruption. But here is the catch. If your bedroom is too warm, or if you are wearing thick, non-breathable pajamas, your body cannot cool down properly. That means less vasopressin is released and your kidneys stay active. The result? More urine production and more trips to the bathroom. Heat also causes your blood vessels to expand, a process called vasodilation. This draws more fluid into your bloodstream and increases the amount your kidneys filter out. In other words, sleeping too warm may be tricking your body into thinking it is daytime. Eleanor, a 69-year-old former school teacher from Florida, used to sleep in flannel pajamas with heavy blankets, even during warm nights. She enjoyed feeling cozy and safe, but she was waking up 4 or 5 times every night, drenched in sweat and desperate for the bathroom. Once she learned about the link between sleep temperature and nocturnal urination, she made a few simple changes. She set her bedroom thermostat to 65 degrees Fahrenheit and swapped her pajamas for breathable cotton. She also replaced her bedding with lighter natural fabrics. Within a week, Eleanor's nighttime trips dropped to 2. By the end of the month, she was sleeping through the night more often than not. "I thought the warmth was comforting," she said, "but cool air gave me my sleep back." If you would like to try this at home, here are a few steps you can take. First, aim to keep your bedroom temperature between 64 and 68 degrees Fahrenheit. This is the ideal range for most people to maintain healthy sleep rhythms. Second, choose lightweight, breathable sleepwear. Natural fabrics like cotton, bamboo, or linen allow your body to release heat and stay comfortable. Avoid heavy materials like fleece or flannel unless the room is very cold. Third, use layers in your bedding. Instead of one thick comforter, use light blankets that you can add or remove easily during the night. This gives you more control over your sleep environment. If air conditioning is not an option, try opening a window or using a quiet fan to circulate air. Even a small breeze can help your body cool down naturally. Also, be mindful of medications that affect your body temperature. If you take prescriptions that cause night sweats or alter how you feel heat and cold, talk to your doctor about how to manage those effects safely. This habit may seem small, but your body depends on a cool, calm environment to rest and restore. Just like Eleanor, you might find that simply changing your pajamas and adjusting the room temperature leads to better sleep, fewer interruptions, and more energy when you wake up. Now that we have explored all 6 habits, let us bring everything together and review what we have learned. Bringing it all together, a gentle review and next step. Now that we have walked through each of the 6 powerful habits, let us take a moment to reflect. If you are someone who wakes up once, twice, or even 5 times a night to use the bathroom, it can feel frustrating, exhausting, and isolating. But the good news is, your body is not broken. Often, it is simply responding to small patterns that can be changed gently and naturally. Let us quickly review what we covered. Habit 1 was about setting a liquid curfew. Stopping all fluid intake, including water-rich foods, at least 3 hours before bed helps your bladder stay calm overnight. Habit 2 showed how meal timing and certain foods like tomatoes, cucumbers, tea, and chocolate can act as diuretics. Eating earlier and choosing sleep-friendly foods can reduce nighttime urgency. Habit 3 addressed the just-in-case habit. Going to the bathroom without a real need can train your bladder to become overly sensitive. By trusting your body and retraining your signals, you can sleep longer stretches without interruption. Habit 4, explored sleep hygiene and stress. A peaceful mind supports a peaceful body. Creating a bedtime routine, managing worry, and turning off screens can dramatically improve your sleep quality. Habit 5, focused on sleep position and pillows. By adjusting how you lie and supporting your spine with the right pillows, you can reduce pressure on your bladder and improve overall comfort. And finally, Habit 6 reminded us of the power of your sleep environment. A cool room and breathable clothing allow your body to regulate temperature, release the right hormones, and rest deeply through the night. What do all these habits have in common? They are gentle. They are natural. They do not require medications or invasive treatments. And most importantly, they are within your control. You do not need to do everything at once. Choose one habit that feels easiest and try it for a week. Write down what you notice, then add another. Your body will respond. I have seen this transformation in so many people. Margaret, Robert, Susan, James, Frank, Eleanor. They each made small changes step by step. And now they sleep better, feel stronger, and wake up with more joy and energy. You deserve that too. If you found this video helpful, please take a moment to share it with a friend or loved one who may also be struggling with nighttime trips to the bathroom. Leave a comment below telling me which habit you are most excited to try. I read every single message. Thank you for spending your valuable time with me today. Remember, restful nights are not a thing of the past. They are possible again, starting with one small step. Until next time, take care of yourself with kindness and confidence. You are not alone, and you are more capable than you know.